We're here with the professor here at the ESPY gifting suite at the Dodger Stadium. Can you believe this? Okay, this is the professor. Are you shy?
Am I shy? No, absolutely not. Why?
I just had to tease you. He came up and introduced me. He says, "Hi, I'm the professor." And I thought, you aren't old enough to be a professor.
I'm taking it as a compliment.
But you're what?
I said I'm taking that as a compliment.
But I hear you're really good.
I'm okay.
So what do you?
Some people say.
What are you a professor at?
I school people on the basketball court.
On basketball?
Therefore, they tag me the professor. Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what's your hottest move?
My hottest move, and most flashiest is probably my spin move.
Yeah.
My best and most effective move is probably simple hesitation.
Really? So, okay, if you're schooling people in basketball, you're not exactly 7 feet tall.
No, not exactly 7 feet, no.
So does that mean you're really quick?
Yes, definitely quick and fast. Light on my feet.
Now, how did you end up starting to school on basketball? Because I can imagine when you said, "I'm going to teach you how to play basketball," people kind of look at you like, "Yeah, right."
I think honestly that was the appeal to me to begin with, though, because I don't really look like your typical athlete.
Right.
Much younger and don't even look like an athlete. Period. So when I came out, I started schooling people and getting notoriety on the court. That was the appeal. So yeah. But basically just a lot of time in the gym, a lot of repetition, and perfecting my craft.
Yeah. So when you practice basketball, what's your how do you warm up that people probably wouldn't expect? Besides like dribbling down the court, typical things. Like, what do you do when you're not at a basketball court to stay in shape?
To stay in shape when I'm not at a basketball court? I try to lift probably an hour every other day. Play ball probably a couple hours each day.
Really?
Yeah, pretty simple. One thing I do that a lot of people don't know is I run on the beach. I run 2 miles on the beach probably like every other day.
Really?
Yeah,
so what have you been doing when the weather gets cold?
I still run. It doesn't get cold. It's sunny California, luckily.
Okay, which beach do you run on?
Santa Monica Beach.
Okay, so for any of you that are going to try and catch the professor, the Santa Monica Beach is pretty long. We're not telling you what time it goes. Oh wait, unless you want to share with everybody.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I try to get it in before noon, and I do 2 miles on the sand. Not on the path, on the sand.
So what do you do when it gets really hot when you're out there?
Try to get a tan. Try to go really, really fast before I get a sunburn.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. When you're running on the beach, do you need to wear special shoes?
I usually just wear running shoes. The first time I went out there, I wore basketball shoes, but I didn't own any running shoes.
Right, because you're thinking I'm practicing for basketball.
I practically twisted my ankle every step of the way, so when I came back with running shoes, it was a lot easier.
So running shoes, not all-purpose running shoes.
Don't do basketball shoes yet, running shoes.
Okay, and then you wear high socks so the sand doesn't get in your shoes?
High socks. I used to wear sweats out there.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, Professor. What would be a good question we should ask you that you'd like all your fans to know about you?
That I would like them all to know about me? I would say, I would have you ask me how many hours I spent in the gym per day when I was younger.
Really?
Yeah.
And how many?
Probably about 6 or 7.
Really?
When I was younger growing up, I used to be in the gym all day. Go to the gym when it opened and leave when it closed, or after school I'd go and then leave when it closed. So it's dedication. The reason I want you to ask me that so I can tell my fans is because a lot of people don't understand the time commitment that you have to put into being a great basketball player.
Yeah, well, I'm saying 6 to 7 hours. You got to be in awesome shape.
I'm in pretty good shape.
I know. Look, he's being kind of shy about it. Cardiovascular. How important is cardiovascular to all over fitness?
That's super important because when you get down to the 3rd and 4th quarter, you still got to be able to outrun your opponent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you were to get an ESPY, what would you want an ESPY for?
If I was to get an ESPY, being the best streetball in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good, Streetball. Oh boy. So when you're on the internet, how can people find you? Do you have do you Twitter, MySpace, Facebook?
Of course. Twitter.com/Professor12. I got Facebook. I'm on there as Grayson Boucher, and on MySpace it's myspace.com/ProfessorN1.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Professor?
Yes. And GraysonBoucher.net. That's my website.
You can find you all over the place.
All over.
Now, do you do that personally, or does somebody else respond for you?
I do it personally.
Oh.
Personally, I like to be interactive with my fans.
Direct link to the professor.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.